Here's part 2 of my 2025 PC build video series. And in this part, it will be the building part. Now, as I said in the last part, take it just purely for entertainment. There may be things that I'm doing wrong, but I'll correct it as I go along. But first, I'm just going to explain of what parts I'm going to be using, starting with this case. It's the CIT Raider Black Mid-Tower Gaming Case. It has got RGB and tempered glass panels. The size of that case is the exact same as the older case. Now I'm worried about these glass panels because if I was to accidentally smash it, then it breaks and may end up damaging the parts that were inside this case. And this will be the first time having the case that has got RGB, as some gamers will always have RGB. Now, let's have a talk about what other parts I'll be using. So the first part I'm going to use is the 650 watt power supply from GameMax. And yeah, my other power supply but is in my old PC is a 600. I decided to bump that up to 650 watts. So just because, why not? Now in this bag, there are some screws and 2 twisty ties. And here's the power supply itself, along with other cables. So yeah. Right, on to the next part. So the next part is 512 gigabyte NVMe M2 SSD. That is going to be the boot drive. And it's from a company called Fansoni. Yeah. Right, on to the next part. Right, so the next part is 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. This is going to be the game drive. I'm going to have 2 terabyte, the same size as my old one. I was going to be originally bumping it up to 4 terabyte, but yeah, yeah, but I think this might be perfect. I might as well give this a go. And it's from Western Digital. Right, on to the next part. Now the next part that I was going to show is the 4 terabyte hard drive from Western Digital. But unfortunately, the item is still in its warehouse in the Netherlands. So yeah. But thankfully, a few days after I finished filming that part, it arrived. And I'll be installing that hard drive in part 3. Right, let's get on to the next part. Okay, so the next part is the motherboard. Now the motherboard I'll be using is the MSI MPG B550 Gaming Plus AMD motherboard. Now, when I've looked into this, like a couple of weeks ago, when I've unboxed it, I checked all the bits, and I just started to notice that there is no CD. The person that did a video of that Exciter motherboard unboxing, it has got the CD, but in my purchase of this motherboard, it doesn't. So, but I think a guy said to me in a comment saying that they don't do CD discs anymore, or something along those lines. But let me show you the screenshot. So yeah, I think I should probably download the drivers from the MSI website. But still, I mean, it doesn't matter. Right, anyways, on to the next part. Now the next part is the CPU, which is, yeah. Now the CPU that I'm going to be using is the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. And it's got like 6 core, 12 thread processor, and 4.6 GHz maximum boost. And it is a 3.7 GHz base. So yeah, I think that might be perfect. We'll just look at the CPU itself. Right, on to the next part. Okay, so the next part is the Arctic Freezer 36A RGB. I decided to go something with this RGB. Yeah. I mean, I just had to give it a try and see how well this goes. If I like it, great. I can always keep it. But I mean, I always want to try out the RGB because most gamers these days, see, I think not most of us, but maybe all the gamers, they always got to have the RGB. So, yeah. And that's what I'm going to be using. Right, on to the next part. So the next part is the Corsair 32GB of DDR4 RAM. Now on my previous build, I did put in a 16 gig, but I want to bump it up to 32 gig. You know, yeah, because why not? I really fancy just to bump things up. Right, on to the next part. So the next part is GeForce GTX 1650 graphics card from Asus. And yes, it's still sealed, so I thought I can probably unbox this on camera. Because, yeah. I think what I could use is I could get some scissors. Ah. Yeah, this is why everything is still sealed. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh yes, look at that, still in an anti-static bag, just as it was left in the factory. Well, I hope it's got a CD in there. Oh. Oh well. I guess I have to download the drivers, from the Asus itself. Oh, that's annoying. It's so ridiculous that some of these parts don't even include a CD anymore, which is, so I know the reason why, but yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, on to the next part. I'll be installing this later. Right, so the final part is the TP-Link AX1800. It's got Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth. Now my previous build, it doesn't have Bluetooth. But yeah. But since I decided to connect my phone onto the computer via Bluetooth, I decided to go with that method. This is very useful because if somebody wants to call me from my phone, then, you know, it could possibly connect it to my computer. I may as well give this a try one day, but yeah, only time will tell. But still, it's all sealed, just as it was left in the factory, or in the warehouse rather. So yeah, that's all the parts that I've got. Now it's time to put them inside the case. Okay, so the most concerns that I'm having with this PC case is it has got the tempered glass on the left side. Which, yeah. See, if I tend to solder it, then it breaks. So, yeah. But I mean, this is the only case I can find. I was going to get a case that hasn't got the tempered glass, but yeah, but still. But anyways, it doesn't matter because I can obviously see the parts quite easily, and also with that RGB thing. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off these 4 screws, and yeah, I can just get started. Oh, and also I need to take this bag out, so must be get on with that. This is why I got to be very careful with this tempered glass. Handle with care, please. Right, so I can probably take this twisty tie out. So, in here we have got the, or maybe some sort of like a sticker. Spare set of screws. And some twisty ties, which is 5 in total. Now, just in case if you're wondering, this case has got like about 6 RGB fans according to the case box. So yeah. Well, let's take off the right panel. Oops. As if I must have taken this off. Oh dear. But don't worry, it can still go back on. Lucky glove. Well, right, these two are SSDs, but down there is for the hard drives, which at the moment, as I said in the voiceover, the WD Blue 4TB hard drive is still in its warehouse in the Netherlands. So yeah. But still, but look at all this. Wow. Well, let's get that all out of the way. Oh, and it has got the fan cables box. You know, just to control the RGB fans. Now there is one which has got the remote control, but this case doesn't. So yeah. Best we're gonna leave it as it is. Right, so first things first, I'm going to put in the power supply unit on there. So let me do just that. So here's the power supply, which is out of the box. And it has got the tape on it. So I'm just going to peel it off. Right, and I'm going to place that where that the GP650 text is. I'm just going to move the camera. So that you can see better. Think it has yeah, it has got the twist tie on it. Let me cut that off. Well, I'm quite surprised that I don't need to take that twisty tie off, because instead it's just provided with this, so I just take it off. And yeah. Right, I think. Sorry for the camera move there and the tripod. Well, I think I should probably put the screws in. Well, at least I don't know if it's the right way of doing this, but let me. Yeah. Well, at least it's all in. Right. Let me. So, I think the next part will be is. I think it's gonna be the motherboard. So let me do just that. Right, let's get the motherboard out. Well, there. And also it comes with two SATA gate data cables. Can't get my word out. And I think these are M2 screws, which is very exciting. Right. Now, when I'm working on my motherboard, I will put the motherboard on top of the anti-static bag, and the anti-static bag will put it on top of the motherboard box. Look at this beauty! And he's even got the flash BIOS button. Right. Oh, dearie me. I think I need a better light because it's almost getting dark in the UK. It's around about 4 p.m. So, yeah. Unless if I can just turn my table around to face the light, I could do that. Well, you know what? I might as well use one of these that I bought years ago, but I never got a chance to use it. Well, I did use it like once or twice just to see if everything works, and it does. So I think I might as well use those instead. So let me just change it over. Oops. Well, I can only give it a go, but yeah. But hey, I got light now. So, the first things first I'm going to be installing is the Ryzen 5 CPU, as you just saw earlier. Oh, there's a thing to peel it off, so that's good. Well, that's very clever of them. Normally I would use some scissors, but I just... See, by using scissors, it'll probably damage the box. So I'm just going to use my fingers instead. Oh, I think I've managed it this time. Thank God for that. Oh yes, this is the CPU itself. Oh, and it has got the sticker. Nice. Now I was going to be I won't be using the fan simply because just because I have got the CPU fan from Arctic instead. I prefer not to use that. You know, just because, yeah, reasons. Right, so let's install the CPU onto this motherboard, because this motherboard does support AMD CPUs. So, got to do this very carefully. Now, when you're handling CPU, you got to place it very gently, and also you don't want to be touching all those, because you might end up damaging it if you're not careful. Because I'm not quite sure, unlike the those motherboard has got pins on it that you can easily bend, but I don't think this one hasn't. I don't think. In my opinion. Oh, I don't know which side it goes. I think I should probably put it at the on the left. No. I think this should be just right, I believe. Yeah, I think this way is right. I'm right. Okay. Now, the next one I'm going to install is for RAM. So, this is for RAM itself. And it's still sealed. See, the reason I like to bump things up is because I want to run modern Adobe apps, which is what I use to make videos and do some other stuff as well, like audio editing and photoshopping, which is, yeah, which has got to be one of my favorite programs to use. Oops. Right. So, right. So in goes the first RAM. Oh, if I now what I didn't realize is that I cannot even open the second clip on the RAM slot. Because on the older motherboards, I can open up 2, but now I can open up 1 on modern motherboards like this. So yeah, that is annoying. Yeah, just really not interested in damaging the motherboard, but still. Right, so the next stuff I'm going to install is the M2 hard drives, which are located yes. So M2 drive goes in there, and the other one goes in there. So let me get those 2 M2 drives out there, and yeah, I'm going to insert it into a motherboard. Right, so the first M2 drive I'm going to install is the 512 gig, which is the boot drive, like I said. There, that's the tape off. All I need comes with a mini screwdriver. Nice! There's the installation guide. And there's the drive itself. And I believe that does fit. So let's insert that in. I never inserted the M2 drive into the motherboard before. And I think I probably need to screw it in. I was tempted to use these screws from the back, but I decided to use the screws that came in with the motherboard. Right, so there are 3 screws, 3 M2 drive screws. Just need to find the screwdriver first. Right, so for this I've got to hold that M2 drive down whilst I'm screwing it in. Yeah, like a glove. Right, I just got to do the other one, which is this one. And for that I'm going to stick it onto here. But I need to unscrew these 2 first. There we go. Right. Oh yes, I need to take that drive out of there. And I'm going to place it in. Right. There we go. And I think I should probably... No, I can't stick this pin back on. Better put it back in its motherboard box. I don't know what that tape is. I think I should probably put it back in anyway. Right. Okay, I think that's the motherboard installed. Well, not really, but that's the CPU, the RAM, and 2 M2 drives are installed. So let's put the motherboard into its PC case and then, yeah. So let's get started. Now to install a motherboard, I have to lay the PC case on its side. So yeah, I think I should probably do just that. I just had a thought. I mean, I shouldn't have installed the power supply after I've installed the motherboard. So that would mean I have to take the power supply out and then put the motherboard in. And then once I've done that, I can just put the power supply back in. So, oh god, this is gonna take me like 5-10 minutes, I imagine. So, having taken it would be take about 1 minute. So, let me do just that. I did somehow forget to install one last thing onto the motherboard, and that is the CPU cooler itself from Arctic. So, yeah, I'm having to take my motherboard out and then put the CPU cooler in and then insert my motherboard again. So, yeah, that really takes me about 10 or 20 minutes of doing all that stuff. Please peel off label before you use it. Oh, well, this is gonna be fun. Oh, it's got the I think it's the MX6. Wow, look at that. Right, I think I should probably install, I think these are for these two fans right here. So I think I should probably do just that. Oh yes. Fantastic. Right. Now, I think as it goes in. Oh my goodness! I never really installed the fan like this before. It's my first time doing this. Now, only trouble is, I think this might be the cardboard sleeve. Yeah, I think I might need to have a look at the video on how to install the Arctic CPU fan. Right, so I just found out that I got to do the mounting preparation according to the Arctic Vessels YouTube channel. So yeah, so the first things first is I've got to remove these two. I don't know whatever that is. And yes, I'm going to be putting on thermal paste on the CPU itself, so don't worry. You don't have to scream at me. Hang on, is there something behind it? I need to have a look. I think I might need to take that motherboard out. Ah! This might be it. Well, I'm quite surprised. I think I might need to take that motherboard out of there because I haven't finished yet. It looks as though to be clear, but I do need to have that bracket on, which is for these, so I can put these on here. So let me do just that. See, this is the reason why I cannot insert the motherboard in yet. Silly me. Completely forgot. Right, now I can insert these. And I think... Oh. Ah, it needs to be. Because I've never done this sort of stuff before, I've literally put the bracket in the one way round, which it shouldn't be. So yeah, silly me. But I did manage to put in the right way round, which you'll see later in the video. Right, so I've managed to do one bracket, now I need to do another bracket, which is this one. If I can line these up properly, it does help. Because when building a PC, it takes about 45 minutes approximately, but in my instance, I think it's going to take me like a couple of hours, if give or take. I probably wanted to blame myself because today, because earlier I was backing stuff up, and it takes me even longer than I thought it would be because I have loads of files on my computer, but I desperately need backing up. Which is why I shouldn't have started building this PC earlier. But now it's getting dark. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm gonna have a bad evening in a minute. Oh, but at least it's all in now. And I think the next stop is, I believe it might be this one. Even though it wobbles. Well, let me check the video again. Right, so I just checked the video now, and I think I should probably put the CPU fan in next. Well, once I've tip that cardboard sleeve thingy out. I guess it's something to do with the protection. Oh, but first things first is I've got to put in the thermal paste. Of course. Right, this is MX6 that came with the CPU cooler. You can put it anywhere you like. Oh, I think that should be enough. Right. And I think I should be putting the fan in. Oh, yes, I've almost forgot to remove that. Of course. Oh dear, I don't think... I wonder if I should put that in first, and then I should be able to put the fan in. Well, I don't believe it. Yeah, I think I must have put the mounting bracket the wrong way. Well, I mean, now I screwed these two fans in, I think it can hold in place now. I mean, it's taken me like, yeah, so goddamn long to figure out how to install it properly, because I never done that. I never installed the CPU cooler before. So yeah, that is the first time for me. Well, as always, I learn new things every day, but as much as everybody does. Right, anyways. Right, I'm going to be installing the 2 fans, if it will fit. And yeah. So, let me just get on with that. Well, after that success, I've managed to install 1 fan. Now I need to do the other fan. See, I've been watching YouTube videos on how to install the CPU cooler properly. Because if I don't know how, then yeah, that would be an issue. Right, so in order to put this fan onto here, I got to put pressure on it. So I got to yeah, you see those screws? Yep. Well, that is obviously for, hang on, if I, let me lower this down. Hang on. I think it does help if I have got light. A better light. Hang on. Right, so I've got better light now, so I think, now, so these screws right here goes on to here. So let me do just that. If I do this, oops. There we go. There, that is easy said and done. Hang on. Oops. I think I need to have that out. I don't think. No. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Right. Now that the motherboard is actually finished, I can put it now in the case. So let me do just that. I probably may as well have to get rid of these fans. I should probably remove those fans before I can install the motherboard, because yeah. if I can put the motherboard in this time without these two fans in the way. There we go. And let's have a look at the I/O shield. And as you can probably tell, the I/O shield is already in place. So what I need to do now is to put some screws in, and then then I can install the graphics card and the network and Bluetooth card. So let me do just that. So this is the motherboard screw that I'm going to be using. Well, I didn't even do a time lapse of me screwing the screws on the motherboard because it is a bit fiddly, despite one of the fans are in the way, and my screwdriver isn't really that long. But still, at least it's now been installed. Well, at least it stayed on. Right, so now what I need to do next is install the graphics card and the network thingy, and also Bluetooth card as well. So let me do just that. Right, so I'm going to be installing the graphics card just at this slot, and at that top of the slot will be the network card. So let me do just that. I might have to remove these blank PCIe slots. May just have to. Look at this. Oh, beauty. Oh, and it's I did not know they've done this. Oh, I'll probably need to keep this. Yeah, I think I need to remove one. So I think I need to remove these two blank PCIe slots. So let me do just that. Because once you've taken the PCI blank slot out, you can't. I don't think you can put it back in again. I think. I think there's something else I have to remove. Right, so the graphics card is now installed. I do have to remove this thing though. Yeah. But anyways, now onto the network card. It's got Bluetooth as well. So this is the last part which I'm going to put in into the motherboard itself. I mean. Right. Ooh. That's the unit itself, and these are two antennae. Oh yes, and it has got this CD. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert that in. Then I'm going to be inserting the two antennae, and then yeah. So let's get installing. Yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Good job I got this thing. Well, at least it's secured enough. Right, so I'm now going to be installing these two antennae. There we go. That's easy said and done. Right, so off cam I did the cables connectors simply because they're just really absolutely fiddly as far as I can tell. Right, since I've just finished, I'm about to do the power on self test. So let me do just that by connecting up the cables first. Yes. Right, let me do just that. Oh, I'm getting excited because I'm about to do the power on self test. So the monitors are all on. The power supply is on the off position, so I need to change it to on. Right, here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1. Smoke test. Oh, fan's not spinning. Can we get a new video? I have no idea. Time for some troubleshooting. I wonder if this is the case. And I don't think I haven't even plugged in that cable in. Right, I'm gonna find out which cable this is, and then I'll have a look and see if I can try again. Well, I think I managed to find the correct plug, which is this one. Right, let's power on this PC once again. Right, smoke test again.
A few moments later.
Oh no, I don't think that's not it. Oh dear, time for more troubleshooting. Yeah, the LED light is working. Oh, and I can see the RGB. So, time for some more troubleshooting then. Guess what? It worked! Oh my god! Oh my god, I can't believe this! I don't believe this! Oh my god! Oh, I'm so excited right now! Oh yes! I can't believe this! It's taking me hours to figure out what the problem is! Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness me! What? I can't believe this! Right, you know what? I'm gonna put this PC back on my monitor, and yeah. Wow, what a surprise! I know it does take some time, but yeah. But still, I know it's working now, so now what's all left for me to do is to install Windows 11, which will be on my next part of the 2025 PC build. So I hope you stick around for that. So, if you enjoyed this part, please hit the like button. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notifications if you haven't already to get notified when I upload new videos onto my channel. So anyways, until the next part of the 2025 PC build, bye bye for now. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited now. See ya!